Hey y'all, it's been a minute. It has been a minute. But I wanted to come in because, you know, those that know me know there's a lot been going on since I've been home. I don't know where the camera is. It's a lot been going on. And I don't know about you, but you know what? I also realize there's a lot going on with a lot of people right now. And so I said, you know what? I need to recharge. I'm like, I need to recharge. Like, I need to regroup. Like, I need to really sit and tap into who I am and remember who I am. And I better do it quick, right? And so I realized that there are so many other women out there feeling the same way. And I thought to myself, because you know me, good day to you too, sis. You know, people who know me, I'm about the solutions. And I said, I have all these programs, I have all this curriculum, I have all these things for the young ladies. And I thought to myself, you know what? Why not tap in to my curriculum and pull something out and say, you know what, for the next 40 days, starting November 22nd, why don't we go ahead and get into a circle of sisters that are positive? 2020 it's been something else. It really truly has. So I was like, oh, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to turn my little meditation music down. And so I'm looking at the young ladies that I walk with. Hey, Raj. And, I said, it's time. It's time to invite some sisters together and let's talk about it. Let's empower one another again. I don't know about you, but when I'm with my sisters and I'm with ladies that I know that got my back and are vibing like me, you know what? It does something. It brings energy. It is so important as women that we actually have those circles. And I love the circles that I'm in with the millennials and I got some sisters that are older than me, some that are younger than me. But whatever circle that I'm really in, that is my tribe, the one thing I will say is they are positive, and I just love them. And you know, we invite all the time other sisters to come on and get on board because over here we really about uplifting and light. Hey, big little brother is on. Ravana, how you doing? So anyways, I wanted to share with you just a couple of things. Let me give you 5 things that we're going to kind of talk about and during this little 40 days of tapping into our inner empress, right? So that we can charge back up and be ready. So the number one thing is self-care. Okay, so we're so busy as women. It's in our nature to nurture and want to take care of everybody. It is in our nature, okay, as women, that we want to protect, we want to take care of everybody. But sometimes we have to, and I've learned this the hard way, that you have to stop and you have to take care of you as well. So the one thing I want us to do is to stop paying attention, close attention to how we think. And we'll talk about that. But that's one of the things we want to pay attention to how we think. Because sometimes what we think is right is not always right. And sometimes it takes, like I tell the ladies all the time, for an example, after my mother passed away, right, there were no other women to come in and to teach me about how to become a woman. I had to learn everything on the street. So I kind of learned through my friends. And when I look back, I'm like, well, what mother did we really have that was really guiding us through 20 through 30, in that transition of becoming women? Now we have children, husbands, who is there to help us, right? And there was nobody. And so we kind of made our own rules. And looking now back at that at 52, almost 53, looking back at the thought process, I can tell you that the thought process that I had then is not the thought process that I have now. And now being mature and going through certain levels of healing, in dealing with the modalities and taking care of myself and going through, the ugly parts of me and not running, but actually looking at that and dealing with those ugly parts of me so that I could heal. I've learned some things, so I understand where a lot of young women are, and they think that they're healed. They think that but I'm like, I'm coming from another perspective where you have not been yet. And I understand because I've been there. So let's talk about paying close attention about how we think about things and being willing always to sit down and take wise counsel. Even everybody should. And that's the first thing I tell my girls. You always make sure that your mentor has a mentor. But anyways, I digress. Another thing we want to talk about is forgiveness. See, successful people don't hold on to grudges. Not healed, successful people, anyways, because Hollywood and the world standard. I don't live in that globe. So when I'm talking about successful people, I'm not living in the globe, or I'm not living in the foolishness of what Hollywood calls successful people, and healed people, because how I feel about that. So these people that I know that are living the life as they should, they forgive very easily. They don't hold on to grudges. They understand that when you do that, you're giving people your power, you know? So we're going to talk about forgiveness. We're going to talk about setting boundaries and how important it is to set boundaries and understand, you know, um, how that affects our emotions and affects everything that we do. If we don't set boundaries with people, if we don't let people, and if people can't respect where you're at, you have a decision. You keep that person in your life, or you keep that person in your life from a distance. Like, what do you need to do? And how do you assess those things? So we're going to talk about these. Again, we're talking about tapping into our inner empress, tapping into that power that we need in order to make the decisions that we need to make to survive in this world right now and in this day. You know, we're going to talk about taking responsibility. See, one of the things about healing is you got to take responsibility. You can no longer be looking outwardly, talking about what he did and what she did. It's time to grow. It's time to mature. And in order to do that, again, remember I said starting with self, you have to look that woman in the mirror. You got to get real with that woman in the mirror. And you can't keep pointing out, projecting about what other people are doing or what other people did. It's got to come to a point in a time of maturity where you say, you know what, I can only take responsibility for me. And right now, I need to work on my self healing. Right now, these are the things that I need so that I can get to where I need to get to. So then I can help other people. Ask me how I know. Been broken to be healed, to be broken to be healed, to be broken to be healed. I don't know how many times on this journey. And those that really walk with me can tell you. So I have something to share. You understand? And then the last thing I'm going to talk about under this right here is complainers, people that just want to complain, people that just want to grumble, people that just want to moan. No matter what the solution, it doesn't matter. The solution will not work. No matter what, the solution will not work. If you're one of those people, I definitely want you to come and be a part of this 40 days of tapping into our inner empress and learning and going through conversations and going through these thought processes that we have. So what I'm offering, I have a full book on it. This is ebook form. So you'll go ahead and download it. There's a full book. It's about 40 pages. Then you have a workbook. And then I'm giving you another additional cheat sheet that you can work on every single day. I will meet every Sunday on Zoom. Okay. And talk about how you did and what we did and the things that are going on in the workbook. And to do this with your sisters starting November 22nd, that will take us up, I believe, until January 1st. And just to recharge. And while we're recharging, I'm just I'm gonna stretch us. Anybody that ever works with me knows I stretch. because I stretch me more than I stretch anybody else. But to me, if we're doing things and your life is not changing, then one or two things is going on. Either you really don't want the change, you know what I mean, or you're going to change. That's really basically it. I've been doing this for 34 years, y'all. I have what y'all call fruit. And so when I come and I present to young ladies, like, either you want to change or you don't, because if you really want to change, if you really want to go forth, and be with a circle of young ladies that are brilliant young ladies, and get to meet one another and get into a circle of young ladies that are actively doing things, and are positive young ladies that have been through hell and back, this is definitely the place to start. And when I come out with these classes to come on and get your healing, it's really time. And you don't have to do it by yourself. You really don't. And the ladies will let you know that I'm very transparent. And I just I really enjoy helping my younger sisters. I enjoy my sisters my own age, and I have platforms for them as well. So, anyways, I just wanted to come on because I haven't been on in a couple of weeks since I got back home. Things are, oh, I don't know if I told y'all, and if anybody's still on this long, but the whole game plan of me wanting to put a center in my hometown because there was nothing for African Americans or Black people. I found out that's a myth. There is a whole cultural center right here in Haverhill, Massachusetts. It's called I can't remember, CC Coco or Coco Brown. Coco Brown. So y'all in Haverhill, go to Coco Brown Cultural Museum. Okay, it's up on Washington Street. I guess it just got there, but there is no need. My town is too small, so I knew that was not my assignment once I found that information out, and I know what my assignment is here now, and I'm working on it. So that's all. Okay, y'all. Have a beautiful day, and hit me up on my IM. Oh, the class is $45. I'm only charging $1.25 a day. So y'all jump on that. Okay. So the class is only $45. You get a full book, a workbook, and a cheat sheet. We'll meet live every Sunday, and we'll talk about what we're working on in the book. And we will be powered up together. Okay, y'all. I'll talk with you soon. From my heart to yours. Have a great evening.